Well, that's not. There we go. That's the right one. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me properly. And yeah, right now, at least for the moment, it's just me. I'm gonna fix a few things though, because I can see already. I've been rushing. Bianca is still in bed, so you're gonna be stuck with me for now. Maybe she'll join in, and I'm just gonna fix a few things. Get rid of this crazy focus that's jumping around, and gotta fly. All right, let's see. One sec, I'm gonna change that light. All right, well that's better. I had a crazy light on me, and I'm still getting focus. I don't know why I'm getting focus. I shouldn't be getting focus. Sorry, we normally have more time to set up, but we had a lot going on this morning, or I did, and it was. There we go. And apply. Okay, here we go. As people roll in, thank you very much for joining, and I think we're good to go. So quickly, while other people are joining in, I meant to share this also to Facebook, but I didn't have time. Let's see. We have hello Werner. Oh, sorry, I already left this window. Oh, San Tondado from Venture County, California. Fantastic. We got Ohana Beach Suites, and oh wait, you enjoyed Santa Barbara because we are living in. Oh, you got me there. I'm just going to go with Santa Barbara. Maybe you should visit Centennial Museum next time you were next to the town hall. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're going to be actually back, I believe, for the Batchoy Festival on the 17th. So, yeah, maybe we can then. Your experience in that restaurant? Yeah, well, as you could see, there was only maybe 2 or 3 other people there, and it was the locals that told me. And so I was a little shocked when they said that restaurant was only open for 2 years. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I asked, what's the oldest, most famous restaurant in Santa Barbara? And they sent me to a place that's only been in business for 2 years. So I was a little surprised. I think they see foreigner and they're like, oh, you want something that's down towards where the nice houses are and everything. And they just made an assumption there. So, all right, Robert, thank you very much. Smurf Crusher, how are you? We got Pub Kentos. Oh yeah, Ken T.O. I remember now. Hello. Can she try and cosplay? Not if she's still laying in bed, I assure you. But yeah, she should be doing it. I think she's going to go back to streaming again and then show off these outfits because she's got quite a few now. I got to tell you, she has another cosplay coming up at the end of the month. So, hello, James. Hello. John, fellow Canadian here from Edmonton. Hello, John. Have lived in Leyte for 14 years. Absolutely beautiful area. I just couldn't deal with all the typhoons. Like, we kind of love this whole being on the east side where we really don't get a lot. We get a lot of rain from it, and we'll get the monsoon part of it and some of the winds, but so far so good, knock on wood. Desiree, not sure. Ivan, hello from Florida. Welcome. And we got Kirsten, hello again. Michael, great, fantastic. And we got John from Montana. Another John from checking in from Tampa, Florida. Welcome. Eric, thank you. New York. Joseph from Tacloban City. We have not been there. No, we have not been there yet. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. And check the logic. Well, things have gotten like really crazy here in Iloilo recently. And there is not very much housing. I have been looking for especially furnished. Furnished is the biggest problem. And same with condos. And it's not just me. I'm getting so many messages now from people asking where the heck are all the rentals. I've been looking on Facebook and everything, and there's very few. And yes, it's true. Nobody gets back to you. I had one yesterday reply to me that I wrote a month ago to say no, it's not available. And I'm like, well, it was probably available a month ago when I wrote you. Wow. So yeah, I know. It's really, really difficult. It's just that time. Right now we have more jobs in this area that are available than there is the housing. Now there's plenty. If you want under 10,000 pesos, no air conditioning, that kind of thing. There's a lot of those. But I meant for the above 20,000 peso, which you can't get very much. Recently, somebody had contacted me saying, I'm just looking for a 2-bedroom condo, and I don't want to pay, 45,000 pesos a month. And I'm like, I know. And but they want that condo, and has to be furnished. And so, or at least that's what they're looking for. And yeah, it's true. 2-bedroom, it's going to be 45,000, and it's really, really difficult to even find any if you can. It's one of those. It's the best market to be having a condo right now for rent. That's for sure. But I have found one for that person now, unfurnished though, in one of the top buildings, 2-bedroom for 30. Furnished, no, it's going to be that, or a 1-bedroom for 30. So that's fully furnished. How is Eagle Eyes? How is your monthly power bill going? Actually, it's been really crazy. They put in brand new meters, and then they gave us a credit, like a big credit. It's like they looked at the meter when they switched it out and said, "Oh, you guys have been paying too much." Awesome. So this house we've moved into has never been more than 6,000. So the last bill had such a big credit. I believe it was 800 pesos, or sorry, the next bill. And then the last bill was a whole 4,000 pesos. So yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. And we have those 3 air conditioners running pretty commonly. We're not down here very often, down here where there's no air conditioning. I just have the fan running here. And I don't know, it's been okay. As you can tell, like I had to put this light on, even though it's daylight and it's sunny outside, because this house is very dark on the first floor, which is great, obviously, because the sun's not cooking our house, but it is not great if you're looking for some natural light coming in. Hello, Raxi from Tokyo. Fantastic. And Maryland. Wow. I don't even know. Reisterstown. I can't say I've ever been to that part of Maryland. I've been all over the U.S. Charlie, hello. How are you, brother? Is this No, I'm thinking of Ed. Never mind. Gary, hello from Jersey Shore. Lilibeth, good morning from Bulacan, Philippines. Hello, Beth. Hello. You got Mark from Corone. Bianca is up in bed right now. I'm hoping she'll join. Look who it is. The guy who never replies to messages. I know. Hello, Texas Filipino, James. Listen, the last expat meetup, we were talking with a guy there, and he was like, "Oh, we should have a party over at your place." By the way, he's inviting people to your place, and I'm like, "Well, that would be wonderful. So when you're ready, we can get a whole bunch of people over to your house to have a party." Road to the Philippines. Hello from Matineo Davao del Sur. Still have to go to Davao. One of our places that we really do have to go. Yeah, she's actually awake with a coffee on her phone. So it's the morning slowly getting up sort of thing, I guess. Good day to both of you. Olympio, thank you. Yeah. Trust me, I know. This area is booming. Everybody wants to live here. So it's all part of it. But keep in mind, it's supply and demand, right? And there are tons and tons and tons of buildings under construction right now with cranes everywhere. There will be a ton of condos in Mega World. There's going to be a ton more in Atria. There's going to be a whole bunch going up down by Vista Mall. They're doing construction all over the place. Give it a little bit, and it'll balance out eventually. So is it hard for a single guy to find a nice furnished studio, air conditioning? Yeah, so if you want to live in the mega world, Atria, that kind of thing, yeah, that is going to be next to impossible. But now, if you're willing to not be in those areas, you can find yourself a nice like 1 bedroom small house or 2 bedroom small house, something like that, and it'll be great. Stop promoting Iloilo. It's going to get too crowded with crazy expats. Promote Bacolod more. Bacolod is great. Iloilo is not good. Go away. I know he's joking. And it's good to have. We had this recently where people don't, think that it actually would not benefit as much to have too many of them people come here. And I'm like, no, well, expats are great because they're not taking from the social services, right? We're not here to take their provincial hospital time or anything like that. They bring obviously money to the area because they're going to spend it. They're not taking away affordable housing from the people who need it. And it offers so many possibilities for the Filipinos that are here to operate businesses that service to that growing population. That's quite, profitable and it's a really good business. And as it works, supply and demand, all right? So if there are more people, or more jobs available than there are people, well, wages rise. And so if you want to help the Filipinos here, you provide them with a good economy, which drives their wages up. And then competition obviously takes care of the rest. Otherwise, if there's no competition, the prices just go with it. And then they can't even afford to eat in places because now everybody's price went up. We saw that in Canada when they said, oh, we're going to move the minimum wage from $10 to $15 an hour overnight. It was like December 31st of one year. And all that happened is all the place that minimum wage people shop increased their prices by 30, 40%, whatever. And so these people got a raise, but everything costs them more where they shop. Where the fancy salon and the fancy Coach, all these fancy stores and everything, they don't pay with minimum wage. So it had no effect on them and their prices didn't change. So only the places that paid minimum wage had the costs of the extra minimum wage, which is where everybody shopped. And it just drove the prices overnight really expensive. So it made you feel like you had more money, but you didn't have any more money because your spending power disappeared with it. Vincent, hello from Canada. Smurf Crusher. Oh, James, okay. CC Helper, welcome back. Hello from Hollywood, Maryland. The other Hollywood, I guess. Wait, we're going to go here. Grumpy Goat, Homestead, Tennessee. Actually, you know what? I really do love, Tennessee. I love Georgia, and I love, North Carolina to South Carolina because it's that temperate, where I remember when my mother was living in North Carolina, and they had a dusting of snow one year, and that was it, right? And that was fantastic. It was like it barely got cold enough to snow in the coldest day, which was great. And that kind of temperate thing is what everybody ever looks for. And you're not on the coast, so you don't get any of the big hurricanes or anything like that. You just got a tornado once in a while, that kind of thing. And they lived like the best temperate area, if you ask me. Plus, the people are great. Greetings from Seattle, Washington. Hello, J.L. Stewart. Noel. Good morning from Michigan. What part of Michigan? Are you in the UP? Keep promoting Iloilo. Well, yeah, we love it here, so we're going to tell people about that. Frank from Baltimore, Maryland. Hello. Better in the cities. Yeah, honestly, if you can get transportation, you guys saw that. When we went to San Joaquin, we obviously fell in love. And same with the Gimbal. We're going to be going on Tuesday. We're going to Miagao. And that's another area, and it's right beside San Joaquin, but closer, so slightly closer. And we have many areas, like Pototan. I'm going to go back there because, yes, we showed some things that are in Pototan, but Pototan is another beautiful area, so I'm going to just do a one-off video. So just one, you'll know everything about the town type sort of thing. I believe in the 23rd or 24th, I'm going back there for both days, something like that. Maryland representing in here. Yeah, no kidding. Expats take their women. No, come on now. There's not that many expats, and there are a lot of women. And a lot of OFW guys go off for 20 years, and maybe even never come back. So a lot of them go work on ships and stuff like that. So it's not like there's an imbalance or anything like that. Hello, Ortiz. I feel like I'm saying that incorrectly, and I apologize. Oh yeah, you're in Texas. I knew that actually. I saw in your recent videos there. Doesn't sound like the wife is loving Texas too much and can't wait to get back to the Philippines, at least from the part I saw there. So, my minimum wage income is $18 an hour. Yeah, actually, I think Canada might be catching up to you now. I was talking about it like a few years ago. They did that, and I also noticed when I was in Australia, it was like $21, something like that, and that was 10 years ago, which was incredible and amazing. But does the cost of living go up with it? That's the hardest part. So, all right, let's see. We got Ben Owen from Ohio. Hello, Ben. Welcome, welcome. I love the quick economic breakdown. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I always follow that stuff anyway. What's your lifestyle? Oh, sorry, Australia, Queensland. The country as big as America. Yeah, honestly, people don't realize how big Australia really is, especially when you're talking out in Queensland area, where in the difference between like Melbourne and Queensland, and it's just so much empty land out there. But not the type of land you're gonna want to go for a walk in all the time. Walkabout, isn't that what they call it? Richard, hello from Chicago, Illinois. Go Cubs. Go Richie Rich in the house. Do you have a motorbike? No, we don't yet. Yeah, it's all priorities for us. We just haven't put out the money to do that. I did go look. I even have a video, and I never put it up or anything because I wanted to come back and try to make the deal. But there's always something else that comes up in money, pricing, and next thing you know, the money that we set aside to go and buy something disappears. It is 85 to 120,000 pesos for a motorcycle, so 1,600 to 2,400, that kind of thing. So it's not I get it, it's not a huge amount of money, and you don't have to put it all up front at once. You can do monthly payments. There's all these things. So every time I go to, okay, just have to put 10,000 pesos down, other things are always coming up. We didn't come here with like a pension, with a set income or anything like that. We hope to have citizenship by now and be moving forward, and it's been dragging on, right? It's been, well, not 3 years, but 3 years since we left Canada, so we were spending a lot of money to live with no income, and then just saving, and then just having some YouTube income since then. So once that's taken care of, then we can actually get on with our next chapter. But eventually. I'll be in Iloilo in a month. I hope I can find a place around 34,000. Yeah, it really depends what you're looking for. Like I said, if you have to be in Mega World, things get really rough, or SM or Atria, that kind of thing. That's where it gets rough. But if you're willing to go rent in a house and live in a house or something, yeah, well, we clearly pay 28,000 for this really big house here with 3 bedrooms. So, and this, people think we're crazy for paying this much to stay here. So it's just the very, very specific areas. June Fernandez, hello, Fremont, California. Hey, home of Tesla. And Mallory, hello, Mallory. Nice to see you again. Scott, hi from Australia. Fantastic. And hello from Florida. Tubes DNA. I've been watching your channel for some time. Thank you and your wife for all you do. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And, oh, Noel's from Belleville, Michigan. Yeah, see, the thing is all that would be great, but then if we want to go to like San Joaquin, not very good for us. So we really need to have something that makes sense, like that will be rounded. And so even with the bikes, like we could get a really cheap something low CCs, but then what if we want to go up to the mountains and those kind of areas? So it's like, oh, just get the right one and not deal with not having limitations. I don't want any limitations. So, yeah, there's a lot going on in my head when it comes to these kind of things. And I do have hindsight, obviously. So I look back and go, oh, when we had the money for this, we should have just done this. But we didn't do that. And we should never have went and lived on Boracay, as much as it was beautiful and everything. But any money that we spent there, it was unfurnished, right? Like everything that we spent there could have went to a furnished place, already had a vehicle of some sort, and spent the money on that kind of thing. Not everything's a learning experience, so don't make our mistakes, but take advantage of the fact that we made the mistakes and you saw them. Ivan, has the food prices gone? How much in your area? Oh my gosh, yeah. So here it is, two worlds, right? You go to the grocery store, anything you buy in that grocery store, you just have to start remembering how much that is in U.S. dollars, Canadian dollars, and right away you're like, that's insane. Why am I paying $8 to $12 for this? But don't go there, right? Like that's what the Filipinos do. They go to the markets. You go to the public market, and the vegetables are so much cheaper. The meat's so much cheaper. They're just not buying any of the import stuff, and that's really where you're going to see the largest amount of inflation. And so that's the hard part, is to not go to the grocery store, because the grocery store seems so convenient and easy and air conditioned and all that good stuff. But it's gotten really, really bad. And so if you compare that, yeah, it's one of the more expensive places to buy groceries. But if you go to the markets, no, it's not. And also market prices, by the way, in most markets that you go to, in all these small towns, everything, they'll have a board on the wall, and the government sets the maximum for prices of all kinds of commodities, like foods, when I mean commodities. Very strict price regulations here. They can't charge more than these things. And so when you walk in the market, you can just see there, okay, this much per kilo, this much per kilo. And it's far and away better priced than you're going to find in the grocery store. That's all. They have the excuse of saying it's imported. I have a question for you. For a Philippines application, if you have had the option, would you go with an electric scooter over an ice? No. Like I said, for me, it would be the distance. So being able to go up into the mountains, stuff like that. Yeah, that's the only reason I wouldn't do it here. Now, if I lived in Mega World and I was retired, or I lived whatever close anywhere around this area, yeah, why not? You're never going to drive more than, well, like most of the people that I know here that live in this city, they almost never drive anywhere more than 100 kilometers, and that would be like a big trip. Let's go to, I don't even know if Rojas is 100 kilometers. I think Calibo it might be. And so they have their cars, and they're like, oh, this car's 6 years old, it's time to trade it in. And I'm looking at their kilometers, and I'm like, you have 9,000 kilometers on this thing, and you've had it how many years? I used to drive 120,000 kilometers per year on my vehicles. They would be dead in 4 years. You'd get nothing for them. There'd be garbage. The transmission would be falling out, like just done with that car. And so 350,000 miles, that kind of thing. And I do that in 4 years. So it's hard to imagine, but cars here have very, very few kilometers. Thank you, Edward. Hello, hello. Oh, we have a guest. We have a guest. A brief guest, she says.
Hi, guys.
There are so many here waiting to say hello. You got to give it the 40 seconds so they can see you.
Okay, this is what I look like when I wake up, so don't come at me or anything. Wait, I'll be back. I'm going to go grab coffee because I was going to make more coffee.
All right. She's going to get coffee. She will be back. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. She ran upstairs, so I think it's to go check her hair or something. You never know. So if you're living off savings, if YouTube won't work out, are you planning? Yeah, like I said, we were expecting her to have citizenship by now, which allows us to open a business and allows me to get a work visa and all that stuff, right? It's not like I'm incapable of just hustling and finding a way to make money. That's not a problem. I have enough opportunities to do that. I just can't do it until we get that. So yes, we always plan that we can't just live off this. So.
Good morning.
There we go. She's back. She's back.
I've actually been up for like an hour or two.
Edward, you certainly will. We actually love absolutely love Dinigan Festival.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm like half awake.
I've
been up, but I've just been in bed, so it's like I'm still sleeping. Sorry, Okay, well, just pretend I'm not like a whole
mess. No, you're not a mess. I can recommend Mommy's Pasit. Yeah, no end. Pasit Beach Resort in Dumangas. Fantastic and inexpensive. Go for the local. Exactly. Now, not all of them, by the way. We would go to them, and they would be giving us prices that we were like, I don't think that's the right price. and the locals would be like, "Oh my God, never pay that price." So, yeah, it does matter. You should understand what's a good price and what isn't a good price, so you can tell them, "Oh heck no, I'm not paying that."
Any locals from Iloilo convinced you to sing karaoke while drinking Red Horse? Yeah. Wait. Yes? Not Red Horse though. Okay,
Not Red Horse.
I've drank Red Horse on separate occasions, and I've done karaoke on separate occasions, only when drunk. But you know, basically yes. And but the more common thing is when you're walking around and you see a group of guys like sharing some tanduai, they'll offer you a shot as opposed to Red Horse.
Yeah. Which, well, Red Horse is whiskey and beer, so
Is it?
or rum and beer, something like that. Yeah, I believe that's how it is made. Peter, so yeah, the most high end subdivision is the one that's just south of SM, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's right by the river in the Esplanade. It doesn't even look like much from the gate, but yes, it is considered. I'm just blanking right now. Are you?
Yeah,
blanking?
I don't know. But Monte Rosa was good. It has a lot of things, but it's kind of outside. It's like upper end of the city, so you're basically on the edge of Pavia and Iloilo City.
Otan, actually. Because
If you
Vista's
go
in
in-
Otan.
But if you go straight up, you're in Pavia. So.
Or in Otan on the left and Pavia on the right. Because
Right.
Vista Mall's in Otan.
Okay, well
So, yeah.
that's.
So
same
you're right.
thing.
It's just more.
Sorry, I'm so out of it right now. I don't know. Just there's places here. Sorry. Okay, restaurants. Somebody was asking about restaurants as well. There's
They
a
were?
lot of good ones. Oh, I sorry. Okay, you keep going.
Oh, okay. What are the top end? Yeah. So sorry, Peter. There are several here.
What's the one that's right in front of the 7-Eleven? That one's a good one. There's a lot
Which
of people
7-Eleven?
there. The one that we would walk to in Monte Rosa when we went up.
Oh yeah, in Mandariao, there's
yeah,
many,
most
right?
there's
But
a lot of them there.
like at Savannah, they have Savannah, and then they have one.
That's what I meant.
The one in Savannah that where we listed one of the houses and we showed some images of it, and it's got it because they have you go in and then there's guards to go into different communities inside Savannah, and one of them is the highest premium.
They're saying my mic's not on. Hello? Hello? Okay, I'll just talk like this. I'm not staying for too long anyways.
So Peter, I'll have to get back to you. Like we have so many that we've shown already, but here somebody is pointing it out. So yeah, Westwoods, of course, we've shown Westwoods, Green Meadows, Savannah, Central Verde. I'm trying to remember the one though that's just right here, ultra next level monstrous homes. But a lot of our friends, like if you live in Avarello district, there's so many beautiful subdivisions there, and our friends have huge houses there, so that they built themselves. Let's see, they're going to have. Yes, exactly. I can't wait to retire. I'm waiting.
My
I'm
God,
waiting.
so much.
I'm waiting, but
Just my goal is potato corner, okay? You guys
yeah,
have
they
you-
won't know what that means.
we still have to do that video.
Yeah, we recorded a video and twice no audio. So
So we
were
have
like,
it.
we
have
were
to
like,
re-record
no,
it again.
not doing it a third
Sorry,
time. That was
sorry.
just insane. Hello, Jeepman, Victoria, BC. Hello. We had somebody fly from here to Vancouver, and they asked us, "Do you guys want anything?" And we were like, "Cheese, cheddar cheese." And
I'm so excited for it.
yeah, and so he picked up
I
cheese. So this
literally-
morning he sent me a
okay.
picture of it. He got us cheese from Great Britain. And
I-
I'm like, "You're in
hopefully-
Canada. How did you
hopefully-
even find Great Britain cheese?"
Hopefully this is actually legal because you can't like bring meat products or something.
I didn't say his name.
I don't know how it works bringing food across the different countries. I know a lot of food is not allowed.
But it's like nuts and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
obviously meat it kills other farm animals. There's a whole thing. My brain's half awake, okay? You understand. So I don't know about cheese, but if legally you can bring cheese, you guys should bring us cheese if you're ever coming to Iloilo.
Oh my God, we missed
I'm just
cheddar
saying,
cheese.
and actually, I'm down for cheese from all over the world because different, I don't know, different
She
cow
loves cheese.
cheese. I don't know. I don't know how it works with cows eating different things and breathing different air and speaking different languages, but I'm sure their cheese is really good. You could get some like French cheese, you know? Anyways, yes. What was the
Yeah, and Peter, if you ever write us on Facebook or anything like that, or email, they're all in our contacts information, all over this channel. And we're happy to help you then. It would just be a little easier than when I'm alive and I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, because we've been to many, many of them. And yeah, we can really help you dial in so that you can save yourself a lot of time when you arrive. Would you choose? Yeah, so beachfront mountains landscape. If we or near the capital. So for us, if we could, we would live beachfront. We would absolutely love to live beachfront. Price wise, probably not going to happen. But we were looking at when we were in San Joaquin, we were like, oh my gosh, if it's a nice river like we're seeing here, the ones that are just mountain fed and crystal clear, that kind of thing, and it's all rushing and you get that sound and everything where you can hear it at night. It's almost as good as having the waves crashing sort of thing. The biggest thing, like I said, worry about flooding in that video I mentioned. Worrying about flooding and then what do you call it, the erosion on the side. So when we saw that they had like a lot of rocky area, like the ground, when you dig down, there's a lot of rock. That's a pretty good sign that we could have a good, safe area. So yeah, that would be pretty good. Be safe from a lot of the, the big parts of the typhoons and everything. So that's what we're looking for. David, hello from California. Hello, David. But we want to be within an hour of a city, and we really love this city, obviously. So, yeah, Santa Barbara is really good with the golf course. We're going to be going to the golf course. That's why we didn't really feature it. And people do, but keep in mind, we heard this from everybody. Everybody there, for all entertainment and stuff like that, other than golfing, they come to the city. So it's not close. Like you're not going to ride a bicycle. So you got to prepare to drive in each time. And the foreigners that I've met, they all didn't realize that. And so they were disappointed. But if you know ahead of time, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be some days, half hour, 40 minutes from the city and drive. And you're okay with that right from the get-go. You're going to be good. You're going to be happy. It's just the ones that booked an Airbnb there because they were cheaper and than it is to get an Airbnb in the city, and then went, oh, and there's no Grab. No, you can't, like Uber, no Grab. So you can't get anything delivered to your house. You can't get a car. Very few taxis, next to none, and they won't run the meter because it's so far away from the city. And so if you want to go there from Iloilo City, they're flat rate only. Let's see. Enjoyed your visit to Kalibo. Yeah, we're looking forward again to going back. I don't think we'll drink from a toilet plunger again, but you never know. Dennis St. Jean. Hello from Quebec, Canada. Nice to see you. Absolutely love Quebec, especially Quebec City and Montreal. I just like the walkability of the cities there. And I loved Quebec City in the winter, even though I hate the cold. What a cool place to be during the winter. Bulacan, yeah, or Bukari, Leon. Yeah, we eventually will. We're going to get out that way. Yeah, a lot of people, Sarah, a lot of people are making recommendations for places we just haven't been yet. And it will be better when we have a vehicle of some sort. Lilibeth says, hello. Happy Sunday. And Magala ba kayo nagong? Saan?
Sorry. You're asking. Wait, that's Hiligaynon. Saan is where? But wait, is it? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm slowly learning. Okay, I'm slowly. I have some signs that are like, "What is your name?" I don't know.
All right.
I can't function right now.
Okay.
I cannot function.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it very much. We absolutely love watching. You watch our videos. We're happy. We're very, very happy people. What is the best Filipino food you love so much? Well,
okay.
keeps changing too.
It depends on the mood. Guys, right now, kinilaw, which is basically raw fish or raw shrimp or whatever raw thing, and then they put it in vinegar, very heavy vinegar, and like onion and ginger, and basically the vinegar cooks the fish or whatever. Kind of, it's still kind of sashimi, but it is really good. It's just it's a very very specific taste because the vinegar is obviously so strong and overpowers almost everything. But I love it. But I also love kari kari. Like that's a classic one. So I think right now, like if I'm on the beach and it's kind of hot, kind of sweaty, it's the afternoon, I'll go for some kinilaw and rice and maybe something to like kind of go against the vinegar. But at dinner in the evening, maybe it's a little cooler out. There you're at a restaurant, I like festive or something. A nice kari kari with rice still. Okay, if you're not having rice with your food, you either are on a diet or you have strong taste buds. Because it's always good to, because the sauces are always so strong. So it's nice to have rice to kind of soften the blow.
Yeah. To be honest, though, there's very little that we don't like here. I only have rules that affect me, and that is I don't like a lot of bones. So fish that have a lot of bones, when they do the native chicken, it's just so much bones. If they boneless it, the meal has no bones in it. I'm totally happy.
We just found a place on Grab, guys. Okay, our diet's bad. We found a place on Grab, and oh my, they have like boneless chicken wings. Frank, I forget what it's. No,
Crazy Rich.
No, don't say it.
Why?
Because then other people will get it.
Oh yeah.
And then it'll take longer for us to get our food, and then they'll get popular, and
I think they're popular.
We have to protect. No, it's called Crazy Rich Chicken.
Yeah.
But if you guys are in Iloilo and you make them get sold out of the chicken parmesan, the garlic parmesan chicken wings, I'm gonna really fight you all because those are the best ones. No, actually, the cheddar onion ones are the best ones. And so if those get sold out, I'm gonna find all of you, okay? And I'm gonna come for you.
So yeah, Jollibees. We do eat Jollibees, but not as often. Because we've had it enough, I guess, by now. But yeah, it's literally probably the closest fast food place to us too.
Okay, Jollibees is like the easiest fast food you can get, and it's not bad. Like,
no, it's good. It's
health wise, it might not be the best.
Yeah, it's fast food.
But yeah, it's good. It's like if you're coming home late from work and you literally just want to get home and go to sleep, just go to Jollibees, grab one of the burgers and a fry or something. You're good.
So Mark here is inviting us to Corona. Isn't that nice? Well, thank you, Mark. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, which one? Okay, which one has the caves that you can?
Yeah, tell us. We haven't been to Palawan yet, so which one?
Either way, I want to go to all of them because I think they each have their own little vibe.
Yeah.
Not little.
Welcome, Manny. Manny's weight loss. Fantastic.
Hello, Chicago. You can't buy or make cheese. Do I look like a pioneer? Okay, I have no
Can I milk
idea
you?
how to.
There's no dairy cows here.
That's not even a funny joke.
Yeah, they says who?
I literally just said it. Okay, I can't even continue with what I was gonna say because that threw me off.
There's no dairy cows. Can't make cheese here.
Okay, but also I have no idea how to make cheese. That was my point. Do I look? I'm a city girl, okay, through and through. I didn't even know where meat products came from until I was like in my teens. Okay, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I was a little younger, but I just didn't understand. Like for the longest time, I was just like, how do they get the feathers off of the chicken? I'm not kidding. Until I learned, like I know now. Okay?
She only looks like a pilgrim, but she really doesn't know, like a homesteader. Yeah, no, Bohol actually doesn't have a whole lot of condos or anything. We were quite shocked when you go to the capital there, right? the buildings are quite low. It's like
It's like a smaller.
remember it
it's an
didn't have
upcoming-
an SM. It didn't have any like none of the big
No.
malls or anything like that.
It had mall. Yeah, no, it only had like old school malls,
Yeah.
like the scattered
And
malls.
lots of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of little malls. That inside they were okay. Like you can find the normal stores, but it wasn't like an SM, where it's everything in one, or even a Robinson where it's like a little
Yeah.
cheaper, but there's everything there. Sorry, I know. Okay. I'm. This should be better. I like how I was just coming to say hi, and now I'm just hanging out.
Craig says his wife just got her dual citizenship yesterday.
Did you do it in
Well,
like the U.S.?
Yeah, heading there in March to close on some land.
I'm
So-
about to go back to Canada.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier. When we left, it was pandemic.
It was
so
pandemic, so
you
you
couldn't
know
get
all the
anything.
government services were just not
available.
having their
No.
thing.
And then we did talk to other people here who were like, "Oh yeah, 3 months. I had my dual citizenship."
Texas Filipino.
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
here. He's here.
No, yeah. I'm down.
Keep
I'm
in
down.
touch. No, you keep in touch.
Thanksgiving. Oh God, I haven't. Is there a video of our Thanksgiving like before we left with my
Yeah,
mom?
yeah, it goes way back in the Canada
Wow,
vlogs.
you could. Oh, if you want to see, let your wife know if she needs help cooking, because I can barely cook, but I killed in a positive tone. I killed that Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, so if she needs help, like I'm the one. Okay, I did that on my own, and full Thanksgiving Canadian spread. So I'm just saying, and if not, I can at least do a dish or something.
There you go. For cheeses, do a trip to Manila. Actually, well, it's not that we can't go to SNR and pay $36 for the same
We're
amount of
just
cheese
cheap, okay?
that
We're
you
just
pay
cheap.
$8 in Canada for. It's just we can't bring ourselves to pay for it.
It just hurts my soul a little
It-
bit every time. It's the same feeling of, because I like going thrift shopping for my clothes, right? So it's the same feeling of going to the mall and paying like $10 for a t-shirt as opposed to $1
Yeah.
for a t-shirt. And obviously, like, it hurts a little bit.
Yeah,
It just
it really does. We haven't been yet to Palawan, but of course we know people that lived even on Palawan. So we do plan to go there, and we can't wait. Bianca, nice cheeses at Mule across the river.
Yeah,
We haven't been there yet. We met the owners.
briefly.
Yeah, briefly and
I
that kind of thing,
definitely
but
wanna
we've
go eat it.
not been there yet.
There's so many places that are like iconic in Iloilo, but we haven't even gone to Tatoys.
No, we haven't been to
Which is
Tato's.
like like
Because
one
we've
of
been
the
to everything else
highest-
on that street.
Yeah, and it's like that's true. It's because we've experienced kind of the area already, so it's like
Yeah, hard to bring ourselves right back there for that one last one.
yeah.
Michael Onstad, so the insurance broker
La
from Canada,
Union.
by the way. So if you're an expat coming here, you want health insurance, he's the guy, by the way, that everybody likes because he doesn't lie to you just to get your business, that kind of thing. He will just tell you straight how it is in the country. He will fight for you like you can't imagine. So
Is
anyway,
the Union,
there you go.
Michael? I don't know if you know.
do you know anything about where you live?
No. Is it a party area there? Because I've been told by others that they go there for like partying, but I don't know if it's like just one little area or is the entirety of La Union.
There you go. There's your question, Michael.
My question to you.
And Helen,
Hi,
our dear
Helen.
Helen.
Oh, I hope you have a good night. I hope you sleep well.
Yeah, have
We
a
love
good
you.
sleep.
We love you, Helen.
Yes, we do. Helen is wonderful. Always been there for us.
Ooh, watching from
Like-
Toronto.
Rimas. Hello from Toronto. Proud Alongo. Wow. Tell us how Toronto's doing these days.
Why is this camera so good, by the way? I'm not wearing any makeup right now.
It's morning, not night, when we're depending on only regular lighting.
And I look good, okay? This is like my ego is getting boosted a little bit. So
Uh,
that's probably why I'm staying here longer, because I'm like, wow.
Can you fill health insurance as a tourist? No. You have to have one of the long-term visas, like
Sorry,
resident
keep moving the table.
visas, those type of thing. And Phil Health, I believe it only covers 30% of some cases, 60% in some cases, and 80%. So you still need health insurance. It's still very advisable. Whoa.
Oh.
Look at this.
Who's
Thank you
in
very
it?
much. I get a lot of entertainment and information from you guys.
Yay,
Have
thank
dinner on
you.
me. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you.
You know what?
That's ballin'.
Very, very, very appreciated.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Yeah,
Wait,
thank you.
how many? My brain's not braining. What's
No?
the conversion of that?
$20?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
26. 26 Canadian dollars, if that's
No,
American.
that's not what I'm asking the conversion for. I'm asking for PHP.
20,000, 2,000. Yeah, 2,000.
2,000?
No, that's
No,
$40.
1,000?
10,000.
Okay, anyways,
Yeah,
I'm going to get
10,000. Approximately.
kari and a beer. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers with coffee.
I just noticed this isn't on. Let me put that on. That way it'll actually flash up. Good thing we caught that because it wouldn't have. All right. Sorry, we had our notifications off. Otherwise, that would have already popped that right away. If you can afford Santa Barbara Heights, then you will have a car too. Yeah, exactly. If you're going to pay for that kind of money over there, it's not always about the money. A lot of people just want the convenience of, let's go for a walk tonight to down Festive Walk or go down the Esplanade. So that's the only thing. Like, you won't be able to do that kind of stuff. You can walk around your neighborhood. You can do that kind of thing. There's no restaurants yet. Now, Santa Barbara Heights, there is a big project with that is planning to do, like, you just have to look it up online. You can see office towers and all kinds of stuff. So like a whole little mega world thing. So eventually one day their plan is to do a huge amount of like that. I am the one that asked about Varrock yesterday. Varrock?
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, it probably in the messages, but I get so many and it's not making a...
He'll check after it and
Yeah.
be like, ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Plus my phone, once again, the screen is starting to flash. So I'm hoping it's just the cable's loose, something like that, and they'll fix it quick, but I'm terrified of my phone right now. If you're able to afford beach, but if you're going to buy beach land or live on the beach, a Nipa hut will be gone in the first storm or second storm, that kind of thing at most. So, yeah, you want good foundation, concrete,
Yeah, that's the thing.
safety.
With beach land, you're definitely paying for it forever because even if you do build something really nice,
Yeah.
the salt water is just going to eat at
Eat,
it
yeah.
no matter what. Like, and then if there's a tropical storm and you have anything that's open, like, I remember when we were in Bohol at that Airbnb,
Mhm.
and she was telling us about how, like, everything rusted. Like, even because the windows broke or, like, the screens ended up falling in. And, like, the fans, they got rusted. Anything that got even a little bit of wetness rusted. So, I never thought the Philippines before I started watching your videos, so thank you. I'll do a little research. That's kind of, I feel like that's similar to a lot of people's situations because you might know places you've vacationed, especially if you're in North America. You've probably gone to, like, Oi! Oi! Wait. Oh, no. Okay. You've probably gone to, like, places that are closer, like Colombia or something. But then once you kind of expand, you can find cooler places as well. Sorry. Wait. Okay. Question, how's the medical care in the Philippines? It depends where you live, and it depends what you need, I guess. Because for me, I'm doing great. So,
Yeah, at her age.
right? But if you need something specific, you'll have to look into it. But here in Iloilo City, there's so many, like, hospitals and everything that are brand new. So it's good here. If you're in Manila, like any of the bigger cities, expect kind of like...
But it
the
is
things.
private, right? And so you need, hence Michael here, you need health insurance here. And that will generally, well, not generally, that will cover only emergencies. So you still have to pay to go to the doctor. But regular doctor, 500 pesos. Specialist, 1,000 pesos. So we're talking $10 to $20. And then you got to pay for all your medications, stuff like that. It's not like health insurance where in the United States where you have one with your employer and everything you do is covered in some way, at least to a portion. No, that's not how it works here. Here it's, you have a heart attack, covered. You get in a car accident, covered. Need to go to the doctor for boring stuff and get prescriptions on the regular and all that, not covered. None of that. So it's a little bit different in that way that, yeah, you're going to have money set aside for that. Like a good part of our budget is healthcare. So it's part of the life here. A coconut vinegar. You ever had coconut vinegar?
Yeah, we even
I
have
guess you can
sugarcane-
ferment anything,
We
but
have
yeah.
sugarcane vinegar in our fridge as well, but it's spicy.
Yeah.
I think we were recommended coconut vinegar.
Yeah, no, we see ourselves living here forever. Because remember, in our lifetime, just 20 years, look where the Philippines has come and gone, right? Like, imagine where it's going to be in 20 years from now or in 30 years from now. It's going to be like what you imagine everywhere else. This place grows like you can't even believe.
Oh yeah, yeah, and okay, sorry, I
No,
thought
there's
it
no,
wasn't
no,
focused.
I have it off.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And even like people talk about Iloilo and how like a decade ago there were a lot of dirt paths that weren't even paved,
Yeah.
and now they're full roads.
It's all paved roads
like
now. We don't have dirt roads.
Yeah, and it's like they're constantly doing the like road widening and everything.
Yeah.
And those overpasses that are
Yeah.
something, I don't know what they're doing.
A city of 500,000 with 12 hospitals either under construction or just recently completed.
It's and so
That's
and
crazy.
even like if you go down Festive, so the main area of Festive Walk, right? It's like Festive Mall and like the McDonald's and Emperador where K-Town is. I'm trying to like describe in case you haven't been but you watched our videos. So Festive Mall, that's like the heart of it. And then as you go down, you like go down like the BPO buildings, so tall buildings, and then there's like a couple hotels, like the Richmond Hotel, the Marriott, and then you keep going, and then it kind of is empty, but not empty because you see the massive projects that are like this. There's so like that whole row is gonna be skyscrapers, but like it's only like a quarter done or half done. But you can see how quick they're going.
Yep.
Like every time we pass by, we're like,
That building wasn't
I
there
swear this
before.
was an empty field like
Mhm.
a week ago. What's going on? And like they build so quick.
Not,
I'm
not China quick, by the way, but quick.
But they build quick. I'm like,
Mm.
wow, okay. I wish I had that same like even a tenth
Yeah.
of that motivation.
Yeah, even if you come at night, they will have floodlights and they work throughout the night too,
Yeah.
which is better, by the way. It's hot during
I
the day.
think
So.
it is a little harder. It's slower now just because of typhoons and everything. So the progress is probably a lot slower, but during like a good day or the summer season, it's just straight through.
We met at Edward.
But
Okay,
not
at
the
Kasag.
Kasag. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I miss crabs.
Yeah, that was so great. We had such a good time at that festival for sure. I heard the ocean waters are good there. You should get certified. Go scuba diving. Yeah. So if like San Joaquin has a great areas, obviously, that kind of thing. When you're in a city, there's just big ships and like we're talking container ships, the big cruise ships, the everything. Like that's not Iloilo City wouldn't be the greatest part, but we have the island just right across from us, and it's only like 30 minutes to get yourself onto the island, and then just go down a bit, like where James lives, Texas Filipino, and Otan, those kind of places, and then it's Otan, Tagbulan, something like that. And then you have Miagao where we're going,
Miagao.
and then you got Gimbel also. Or sorry, Gimbel, then Miagao, then San Joaquin that way, and then when you go north, it goes all the way up to like Gigantes and stuff like that. We haven't been up there yet, and that area is supposed to be amazing.
Oh shit. Are you okay?
You got a problem, guys. Sorry, coffee went all over my laptop.
Tissues. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Let me get a towel. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know why you get toilet paper.
We don't have paper towels.
I'm trying to keep my laptop from not frying right now, and my coffee's still right over on top. Everything's moving.
Wait. Okay, hold on.
I don't know if you guys can see us because we can't see you anymore. But the screen's still on. But all our, because they got the laptop wet, so it's dripping all over the place. And my phone. I didn't even see that. Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm sweating.
There's coffee everywhere. Nice full coffee. All right, hang on now. I'm going to go and make this work, hopefully, and hope the laptop doesn't die from this. I don't think it will. All right, let's see. I got you back, so we're good here. Hello from Taiwan. Hello,
You
Regina.
spilled the coffee. Okay, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, it's okay. Unless it's yeah, but it's on a thing stand. Laptop's actually not on. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're only going a little longer anyway because we do have one of our subscribers. We're meeting for lunch. Yesterday we met with day before yesterday we met with a Vietnam vet here in the city. It's really amazing. So hello, Regina. John says, looking at beautiful in the dictionary, and all I find is photos of Bianca. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a little cheesy. No, I'm kidding. It's good. How do you plan sustain yourselves in the country long term? Well, we talked about this earlier, but yes, once she has her citizenship and I have my 13A, we are able to open a business and work.
All right, I'm going back upstairs.
Oh, yeah? That was too much work for her? Unfortunately, we're losing her now.
That was too much. It's totally still my okay. That
Explain.
was too exciting for me. I am. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Black coffee, obviously. Black. He goes coffee and sugar. That's the last question.
Oh, yeah, coffee and sugar. So, yeah, thank you, Texas Filipino, for joining, James and Melinda. Enjoy. They're in Texas, so it's getting late for them. Isn't it 8? But that could be late for you. All right, let's see. Back to cheddar cheese. We live in Vancouver, and we will be in Iloilo. Oh, yes, please. Then to Boracay, we can get you some cheese. Fantastic. But you'll be at you'll be staying in Boracay. Yeah, it's a bit of a, and I don't know if we could get to Boracay by November, unfortunately. Like Boracay. It's fiesta time, right? Like all the fiestas are going to be happening down this way. They start November's. Well, on Christmas, there's so many things too. I just don't want you to waste anything, right? So if you brought it to Boracay, I don't think we'd make it out there. It's a long bus. It's like 6 hours on a bus. Drive would be like 4, then jump over on the boat. But it's a lot. It's 12 hours of round trip on a bus. So don't know. So I just don't want you to waste any money, Mike. That's all. How far is Iloilo from Dumaguete City? I'm assuming you mean Dumaguete. Do you? Maybe. You'd have ferry across to Bacolod. Then you have to drive around from there to there. So 4 hours, 5 hours driving if you have a car. I could be wrong. I haven't driven it. Roberto says, 40 years ago, the area was surrounded west of Versailles State College was all open fields. Yeah, today it's right. Totally. It's been building like crazy. And honestly, it's hard to modernize like Iloilo. Or Manila, right? You're in Manila. Those buildings have been there, well, since after World War II. They're not old, but after they were built in World War II. And so when you have a whole city that they want to modernize, but it's just impossible you can't get the people out, and so you only can take little areas like old military bases like BGC, right? They take a military base, poof, there you go. Now you have a big modern city, they call it, but it's not a city area. And same with here, like it was the airport, right, is what Mega World is. They moved the airport north, and now that's there. And so you got these areas, but Iloilo has that advantage that it was a kind of a smaller city, and then tons of land all the way around it. And so they were able to build now in modern times with modern money, modern technology, modern everything. Gives them a very big advantage, and some place that's already got a large area already developed, like Manila does. All right. Yeah. No, I made the mess. Definitely made the mess. Let's see. Paper towel. Yeah. Bounty paper towel. No kidding. We don't even have paper towel, to be honest. Toilet paper, apparently, and now all our towels are stained, but whatever. Mitch and my adventures. Hello, Mike and Bianca from Anaros Mendario. Oh, Anaros. Yeah, we go to Anaros sometimes. We have some friends that live in there. We used to be down the road from you when you lived in Mendario at Monte Rosa, so that's great. Let's see. Watching from California. Should I save up? Would be 150,000 pesos. I'm not. Yeah, that's a really good number. See, the thing is everything is what do you want to spend, right? So we have that budget of around $1,200 a month, and we do a lot more than most people, but we live in a 28,000 peso house. And, it doesn't cost very much for us. Our electricity or water's next to nothing. I think we had a credit last time, so we didn't even have that. But 200 to 300 pesos for the water. It's nothing. And so, yeah, I think it's reasonable when you're talking 100,000 to 100, anywhere from 100 to 200,000 pesos. If you're single, don't go doing the expenses that we're doing, because you're going to spend most of your time getting out and going out. And that can be quite expensive depending where you want to go. If you love to gamble, well, obviously none of these budgets matter. If you want to go to the bars, we just found out now we have 4 strip clubs. So we thought we only had 3. We have 4. So, yeah. And if you're going to be going to those, budgets don't mean anything. Or if you're just going to be like dating and constantly, it's no different anywhere else. You're going to spend as much money on dating as you're probably going to do anything else, because, well, you're not going to take them to the Calderi, which are the cafeterias that the Filipino workers might have in an area where it's very low cost. Probably not going to go there for your date. You might, but it's the only way you're going to save any money. So, no, unfortunately, she does not. We have everything. We have all the birth certificates. We have all that stuff. We have the like her mother's birth certificate, her birth certificate, all the long forms. We've had that stuff for. It's been over a year that we've had everything in order. The only thing we're missing is a silly little letter, but the letter had to be notarized. Then it had to be brought to the embassy in Canada by her mother, and then they will red seal it, everything, and send it back to her house. Then she can send it to us. So this whole thing, but it's very difficult for her mother to do, and there's nobody there to help her. And she went all the way to the consulate without the letter, and got confused and left. And so then she got a lawyer, and then the lawyer, unfortunately, she should never have had to do that, because it's not that simple. You just had to write a letter, bring it to any city hall, they can notarize it. It would have been a lot cheaper. But anyway, she got a lawyer. She got the notarized letter. But now it's getting a day off. She gets no days off in Canada. She makes minimum wage, works 6-7 days a week. She only gets Sundays off. She gets Sundays off for church. And, well, the consulate's not open on Sundays. And they give her guilt trips if she tries to take days off. There's only her and a couple other Filipino workers there. It's a hotel, and they just need their cleaning staff, and they're just so short-staffed in Canada. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of stories. But either way, it just doesn't. It's so small. But I'll let Bianca answer it, because she talks to her mother about it, and it's all we need. It's all we need, this silly little letter. And we can then submit, because they won't let us submit the paperwork until that one letter is left. And everything else is in order. And we'll be good to go. So, watching from Delaware. Hello, Victoria. Welcome. Dennis, catastrophe. By the way, you need to use cheese curds to make good poutine. No kidding. You can't get that here. That's not going to happen. But we deal with what we got. Mike says he is going to be Iloilo at the park in Radisson. Okay, so you're going to be right there by, the funny thing is we just met with somebody over at the Injap Hotel on the 21st floor at their restaurant. And we're gonna be doing a video with him, because he's such a cool guy. A Vietnam vet, right? Been through hell and back. And 72, 73 years old. He came all the way to Iloilo to look for a retirement place. Because of the hospitals here, everything, and he just loves the city and how clean it is. So he's going to talk and tell us all about all this stuff, and we're going to share it with you guys. But in the meantime, we were sitting there, and I was like, oh, I never really paid attention to that park in Radisson until I'm standing there on the 21st floor looking at SM Mall and realizing anybody who says to me, listen, I'm in a wheelchair or I have problems with the walking and that kind of thing, I'm going to recommend that because you stay at the hotel and there's a catwalk that takes you. There's Vikings, where the buffet, everything right through the mall. Like you're gonna have access to everything, all the people that help you get into taxis and everything. Honestly, it's gonna be it's a fantastic place, and it's a really good location, even if you're not. By the way, it's just that's the extra ideal about it that I really appreciated. So, November 3rd to 6th, fantastic, Mike. Make sure you let us know. We did those. Okay. Cheetown Ring. Mike, you mentioned you were taking blood pressure medications, and I'm wondering if the Filipino lifestyle and food helped lower it. Maybe. I take the medications because every time, like even Boracay, it's like a silent killer. You don't notice it. You don't feel high blood pressure. Not like low blood pressure where you get up and you're always dizzy. High blood pressure, you don't feel it. So you just, through many times in my life, I just kind of stop. I just wouldn't remember to take it, or I just get lazy about refilling them, those kind of things. And I paid the price. I got damage to the left ventricle, I can't say it, of my heart. And every time I would go to the hospital for something silly or a clinic or anything, or just, it could be just a psoriasis cream, like a cortisone cream, that kind of thing, or something really dumb. They won't let me out because they check my blood pressure and they're like, we have to give you an emergency medication and you can't leave until your blood pressure stabilizes. And I'm like, oh, it's my fault. Sorry, I haven't been taking my. And they're like, you have to take it. And so it happened so many times. It happened also in Boracay. That was the last time where they took it and they would not let me leave for like 3 hours. And I had to lay in this clinic where they gave me this pill to put under my tongue just to get my blood pressure to a normal level. It's an inheritable thing for me. It's not because I do anything. I was 23 years old the first time I was diagnosed, and it's extremely high. So anyway, I take the medication, and I'm just laughing here. So what I'm going to say, though, is when I was in Canada, even when I took the medication, they would constantly have to change the medication. They could not get it to level out. Here, with my medication, every time I take it, and it's like I am a healthy 20-year-old on the blood pressure. So it's like, wow. So I'm sure Philippines does play a part. The fact that we really don't have, I don't eat processed foods. We don't even have a microwave, by the way. So we don't eat processed foods. We don't eat a lot of fast foods. So somebody was asking about Jollibee, and it's like, yeah, but it's so rare we eat fast food. We might eat pizza or something, but pizza made somewhere else and pizza made here are two different things. It's going to be generally the ingredients are going to be a little less processed, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think it does play a part. Keep losing the chat to keep up with what you're doing. The people are enjoying your project. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Sonia from Minnesota. Hello. First time catching your live for quite some time now. Hello, Sonia. Love Minnesota. Not so much in the winter, but I've had a lot of fun there. Summer months. Do you guys have a regular dentist, hairstylist, massage therapist? All right. Dentists, we've had a lot of bad luck. Mainly, like when we did the last time, we paid for the cleaning and the 3D x-rays, but absolutely the most expensive quotes we have ever imagined. We were considering going to Israel or now we're told Thailand is quite cheap. We've heard it too many times anyway, so I know Filipinos will be like, no, but I'm sorry, Westerners get priced more than America, or at least American prices, cash prices, to get any dental work. So many thousands of US dollars if you want to get, for her, just to get metal braces, just because she has one tooth that she wants to get straightened. So she only wants the cheap metal braces, even just the top. But then they have to take our wisdom teeth out at the whole process. They want 3,000 US dollars, approximately, so 165,000 pesos. That's insane. That's crazy. There's no, every Filipino girl out here all has braces on, and they've all paid far less than that, like maybe 25,000. But we're foreigners, so we haven't gotten any of it done because we're keeping away from that. All right, so let's go to the next one. Hairstylist. Yes, I kind of go to the same barber, but Bianca wants me to do this cosplay with her at the end of this month, and the guy has longer hair. And so I'm trying to be a good husband here. And I'm trying to grow it out. But my hair, like, that's why I never seem to have hair anymore. Like, it's crazy these days because she wants me to grow the damn thing out. And so I'm trying to do something with it that's reasonable to hold it off until the end of the month so that she can do this whole thing. It's going to be like temporarily dyed yellow, bright yellow or something. She has a whole plan. I'm a good husband. I said, okay, I'll do it with you. And then she decided I don't even have to stay long. Just come for the few pictures, and you can go home while I just hang out. And that's totally cool with me. So massage therapist, no, we even had massage beds at our other place and everything. It's not like they're expensive here. You can have somebody come in, but to get somebody to come into your house now is less and less likely. I wrote a lot of people because there's more people looking for people to work here than there are people looking for jobs that are skilled in any way. You'll have to go to one of the spas or something like that. And so for us to go all the way over there, get a massage, we absolutely love the massages when we get them, but it's like one of the luxuries that we're just not doing, even though it's not that very expensive. It'd probably be 300 to 500 pesos, something like that, depending how long you want of a massage. So we don't really have a lot budgeted in for those things there. I think haircutting was I think we just said 500 pesos per month because Bianca almost never gets her haircut, keeps growing it long. And then I go once every 2 months. And so 500 pesos is the average divided times by 12 divided by, that kind of thing. So that's how we do it. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you. Hello. Oh, yes. You're a long way from home. Yeah, I hope so. I hope she can get it soon too. Obviously, it'd make our lives a whole lot easier here because we're paying, like even her, like she's paying for. Well, we're back. We have to go to immigration again this month, so we're 10 days away, and so we gotta renew our visas again. And once again, we don't have the ability. Once she files, even though it might take them 3 months up to 9 months to approve it, while she's filed, she doesn't need them anymore, the visas. So until they approve it or decline it, sort of thing. And so, yeah, that would save us a lot of money. Hello, John, also from Minnesota. Wow. Really like the places and beautiful places you show. Thank you very much. Well, we have several coming this week. We are going to a private school that actually helps out with super poor, so not just poor, the poorest of the poor children, and they give them free private school education, and so they try to find the most deserving. I mean, they explained to me, these are children that they might not even get a bowl of rice a day. So not just like middle class. No. The ones that need it the absolute most, and they give them private school education, everything taken care of, and they're going to be talking about it anyway. We'll be there on Monday. Tuesday we'll be in Miagao. Wednesday we have something. Tomorrow we have something. This afternoon we have something. Tomorrow is Monday. This afternoon we have something. We have a lot of stuff coming up. So I know not as many videos the last few days there or whatever. We had a problem with one video we recorded twice, no audio. And it just seems like everything is problems right now. So we're just trying to get everything, not problems, but things get in the way. Special K, hello from North Carolina. Mabuhay. Mabuhay to you too. Yes, we definitely need to go to Gigantes. I know. That's another money thing. We know it's going to be a lot of money. And Sikagon, I think I might be mistaken it, but I think that's the same one, or there's one that's owned by Ayala Corporation, but they own the airport, they own everything, and a friend of ours went there. So, yeah, listen, guys, if you're watching, it doesn't cost anything. Can you click that thumbs up button? Really appreciate that. Oh, Stony Creek, the better part of Hamilton, for sure, right along the water there. Oh, Stony Creek, yeah. Not St. Catharines, Stony Creek. Yeah, Stony Creek, yeah. Thank you, Paul. Welcome. Thank you, good night. I just, I don't. It's just standard. Like they're not crazy or anything. Sorry, I don't have them with me right now. They have different brands. Well, they're no, it's probably the same brands actually. Cheap blood pressure pills are just as cheap as anything anywhere. Sorry, I don't remember the name of them, but it's not the ones that you can't take certain things because of the. No, I have the normal blood pressure pills. Can't remember what they're called. I'm sorry. Orthodontics. Yeah, like for me it's crowns, right? And then for her it was the braces. And yeah, like I said, it's like USA pricing here, but you shouldn't be, obviously. So that's the thing. Like you go to Thailand, it's going to be 1/6 the price. I was quoted 1/5 the price to go if I went to Israel. I know Turkey is relatively inexpensive for anything, facelifts, you name it, whatever you want. Very inexpensive, that kind of thing. Philippines is not turning out to be one of the places you go to. Like I think in Canada, you can go to Cuba and get really cheap stuff done, that kind of thing. Well, in here, it's Thailand, I guess, is the closest one. Massachusetts, hello, John and Roanne. Uh, yeah, like that, eh? Well, she doesn't, though. Yeah, she doesn't, so. And if she wants to do modeling and stuff, she'll have to do that. Yeah, a crown in the, yeah, exactly. In the United States, exactly, 4,000. Well, I didn't see 4,000. I did see that the average price in the United States is 1,000 to 2,000 for a crown per crown. So if you need four, well, now you could be up to $8,000 alone on that kind of thing, right? So yeah, basically, people think it's going to be cost effective here, and it isn't. Filipinos get things cost effective, just to be clear. Hello from Goldfield, Nevada. Well, hello, John. My neighbor has a rooster. I'm getting conditioned. Welcome. We don't have any roosters, by the way, in our neighborhood. We just got the dogs that are behind that wall over there. They've been quiet lately. We got a lot of cats, but they're really cool. We have cats too, and they kind of like patrol each other, the neighborhoods, and they control their district, and it's quite interesting to watch them and everything. But no real problems in this neighborhood. Not that I would ever complain about. That's for sure. Bianca should learn Tagalog. Yeah, the hard part here is that's not the language in Iloilo or Talongo. So she's now caught in between the two. But you're right. Either way, you're right. You're not wrong. Homelander. That would be kind of cool. But no, she wants me to do some Japanese character that I can't remember. The most of them are like that. But you're right. That would be a lot easier on me. Although I'd still have to be blonde, right? But if you blow dry my hair, it goes blonde. So maybe be a lot easier for me to try to dress up as that. Can you talk about any difficulties you've experienced around the country? Been away so long, a bit skeptical to go about it. Difficulties. Well, obviously, it depends where you are. When we were in Manila, we absolutely don't trust taxi cabs. Use Grab everywhere. Taxi cabs, but then again, I did talk to this one foreigner, and he doesn't like that. We get upset by them trying to charge quite a bit more than locals. That we should be donating to them essentially of that. And like I get one argument of it, but then also then list it, right? There should be a price. Okay, you're foreign, this is your price. If you're local, you're this price. I don't like the sketchiness of it. That's my whole thing, right? So we're not talking 50 pesos here. Like in some cases, like that taxi we had in the last time we were there, we knew it. We went to the guy, and they won't, even though the airport was 1.3 kilometers away, he would not run the meter. If it was a local, he would have ran the meter. Either way, he says 750 pesos. And we already knew that from the Grab, but no cars were picking up, that it should have been 250 pesos. So we're like, and Bianca's like, we're going, we're going to be late. She's right. Okay, we get in. And the guy just made a show of the whole thing and was getting mad and pounding his steering wheel and everything, saying, we're never going to make it. We're never. And I'm like, we have 2 hours. Like, what do you mean we're never going to make it? But it was a show. And it was a trick that he does to then go, well, I'm not going to make it through this traffic. So, yeah, I'll probably have to take you back. You're not going to make your flight. And I was like, what? And he's like, well, for 1,500 pesos, I'll make it. It was just it was like this something that they do, and yeah, I don't like any of that stuff. Obviously, when we were driving here around the island on a motorbike, getting used to the fact that dogs might just run out onto the road or chickens. That's a little difficult experience. We never felt danger, by the way, like never real danger. You know, uh, it's been pretty good overall. I know I'd spoken to another person. They're like, why are you more negative about things there? And I'm like, but why am I negative? Why would I be negative? And they're like, but they don't have this, I don't have that. And I'm like, yeah, but I can go back to Canada and pay 53% taxes if I wanted all those things. But if I want a simpler life, and so I came to the Philippines not with those expectations because I could have had that. I could have stayed right there. But if you want all those services, well, you had to pay for all those services and all those extra things and everything like that society that comes with it. And so you got to put in perspective, right? So yes, it's not the United States. It's not the Canada or Germany or England or whatever. But I never thought it would be. So it isn't. It's just my expectations were already there. I watched a lot of YouTube videos like a lot of you guys, and that's why I knew what to expect when I came here, and I've been very pleasantly surprised when along the way. So it's just little things that you're going to find anywhere. Got to be a lot more careful on that stuff. Wow, $7,600 for braces. There you go. Well, Canada is like the United States. It is very expensive. Now, in Canada, if you're under the age of 25, oh, Ontario, sorry, not Canada. It might be. I thought it was Canada. Everything's free. All dental, all drugs, all that kind of stuff. And then if you're 65 and older, it's also covered in Canada. So it depends on how old your kids are, because Bianca wouldn't have to pay. Hello, Christine from Texas. Hello, hello, hello. Watching from Manila. Hello, Francisco. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any of them there. Now I'm in BC. Hello, Quantum Good. I don't know if I missed something there. I probably did. There's quite a few on there. Bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va, Gary? Or Guy? Guy? Sorry, Guy. My bad. Bonsoir. I don't think I've been to Dalhome, Quebec, but I've been most places. Hamilton, Stony Creek, and Fruitland. Oh, yeah, all the places I've been to. Yeah, I honestly, I would go to all the waterfalls that you guys have in that whole Hamilton. Well, Hamilton really had the most waterfalls. Some of the huge, biggest waterfalls you can ever see. Because of the tuition fee of studying the course of dentistry, it is not a joke in the Philippines. So expensive. That's why, in return, I guess, as long as, but the Filipinos don't pay that price. So that's the only thing on that kind of thing there. I'm sure it's not a joke to become a doctor here either, and the doctor charges 500 pesos to go to see them. So I don't know. I guess. Hello from Mississauga once again. Yep, we lived right in front of Square One as well, along Burmathorpe. Yeah, same with a weirdo. Oh yeah, we talk all the time. You speak to the local dialect, those drivers would treat you good, especially when you're Filipino. Yeah, so what they do is we get in the car, and they first try to speak to her immediately. They will speak in Tagalog or here in Ilonggo. Well, here we don't have problems, by the way. We've never, taxis here do not, they always run the meter. Don't worry. You come to Iloilo after you leave the airport. The airport's not part of Iloilo. You get to the city here, you get in a taxi, they will use the meter. If they do not, report them, because they do use the meter here. They don't want the city, nobody here wants the bad negative stuff that comes with everybody knowing that you're going to get ripped up. No, feel free. We have Grab here, but a lot of times there's not enough Grab drivers. If it's raining or whatever, it's a busy time, you just go to the road, grab a taxi. Do not fear it here, okay? So here, don't worry about any of that. But anyway, in Manila, and they try to talk to her. If she can't answer, if she says, oh, I'm English as well, that's it. We're done for. We're done for. So you're right. Yeah. So like I said, though, you can go ahead and take them here in Iloilo City. It's been really good with that. I'm a Canadian living in Mindanao. Never heard of the white price at a dentist super cheap here. Well, I see you got a good place there, Thomas. That's fantastic. Yeah, look at people. Wait. Where are we talking? Other people want to know. We got to go. I'm from Pavia. Okay, working here in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Wow. Hope to meet you during my vacation. I hope so too. That'd be fantastic. So they canceled it. Is that what you're saying? Because it was under 25, no drugs, no dental costs. If you're under the 25, they can bill the Ontario government. So I guess they canceled it since the pandemic or something because it was that way. And maybe they have. Maybe it was too expensive for them. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, there's got to be some out there. We just got too many quotes from people that wanted anywhere from $9,000 to 12,000 or 8. What was the range? Somewhere 8 or 9,000 to 12,000 dollars. And we're like, I'm sorry, we just don't have that. Close to it. We live in front of City Hall. Okay. Yes, I know. We were watching. Well, actually, we were watching the Filipinos against who was it? Something in Santa Barbara, China. I think it was China. And then recently, when we were at the mall, because everywhere, by the way, in the Philippines, basketball's everything, and they've got places in all the malls here, big screens set up with benches, whatever, so you can watch the games. And I saw Canada was recently playing like Serbia or something like that, but we didn't hang out long enough on there. Other than the Raptors, I don't know many people that watch a lot of basketball there. I guess Vancouver used to have a team. 50K, but those are that cost 30K, depending on the dentist. Yeah, so like I said, she just had one tooth, and she only wants the top done and everything, and we were quite shocked that it was, they wanted 150 or 160,000, 65,000 for her. And come on. Fantastic, Paul. We will welcome you there for sure. Oh, it's only under 12. Okay. There we go. Hello, watching from downtown. From Haro. Well, hello. We're going to be heading to Haro. I'm going to have to end this live soon. We're meeting a subscriber down there. El Nido is already bringing the heat and drying up the rain in Philippines. Yeah, well, we're actually going to be going into the Burr month soon, but yes, as soon as the storm ended, the sun obviously came out, and it's just gotten very humid because you have so much water that has to come up into the air. But otherwise, it's pretty good. Yes, 100% illegal, and doesn't necessarily mean anything. In Manila, they never do. Never. You can yell at them. They just tell you get out. And we've had nothing, almost never. I think one time we had a good experience, and we were really shocked by it. The guy pressed the meter, no problems. I'm an amateur astrophotographer, and I realized that the tropical atmosphere. Was wondering if you've noticed the night skies are clear enough to see the stars for at least an hour or two. Yeah, we had a crazy lightning storm 2 nights ago, and so not so much that night. We could see in gaps in different areas, but yeah, some nights here we get beautiful. When we are out in the province, like when San Joaquin, wow, no city around you, right? Just, I couldn't go to sleep. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still out there looking at the stars. It was so remarkable. Let's see. I just wanted to make sure, because I do have to end this now. No, Alberta, no. I didn't expect Alberta to have, oh, you can get free. So even when I had company insurance or whatever, they would only cover a certain amount. So you can get your cleaning, that kind of thing. But you couldn't get, like, they would have a certain amount that would be allowed. And it'd be like maybe up to $800 a year, and then something else. And then you pay 50% and all that. Insurance was never all that very good. And never mind, they take it out of your paycheck every month and all that stuff. So it was kind of like, not getting much out of it. But yeah, it's the one thing that in Canada, healthcare is free, not dental. So if you live on $1,200 a month, what's the lowest you think you can live before you really start to get uncomfortable? Yeah, if we wanted to live less, we could easily, you saw, we showed an apartment for $220 a month. It was going to be fine, right? 11,000 pesos. So $220 Yeah, $500. Yeah, if you just wouldn't don't expect anything fancy out of it. Eat local. Take buses, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'd say $500, and I'm not even like that's not even squeezing what I say. I think it's possible, but that's a 2-bedroom apartment in Revelo, and eat local and stuff like that. All the local places that you can get street food, just street foods, but the Caldaris and where the locals that make 500 pesos to 700 pesos a day, that kind of thing, where they eat. Obviously, they eat in places. So yeah, you could do that pretty well. My grandparents were French Canadian, as I refer to them. Ma mère, of course. Yeah, I know plenty of French people, especially when I lived in Sudbury, Ontario. Ma mère was like a normal thing to call your grandmother. So, $50K for braces is fantastical price. That's less than $1,000. Yeah, like locals here, 40, 45. That's what they're going to pay for braces here. That's very normal. Like even when we were in Boracay, one expat guy that I knew that he lived there, and if he met a girl that needed something, he every once in a while he would pay, and he's like, yeah, it's cost me. I think he said it cost him 45, 40 or 45. He told me, and then he gets so all these girls are walking around with braces. It's thanks to him. He just gives them the money though, because if he went, it would be an entirely different price. Yeah, 30K would be very, very fantastic. Exactly. Do you have a humidifier? Yeah, dehumidifier would add a lot of heat though. But no, you just need like humidity's not coming into our house. You can see how dark it is in here, and the sun is out big time right now. But our house is situated in a way where the walls block all of this light that's coming in. It's the second floor. It's got all the air conditioning. They all dehumidify. That's kind of what an air conditioner does. So I've never seen them for sale here, by the way. I've never seen a dehumidifier. I might have once at Costco, come to think of it, but it's not that normal to have it. And generally, those generate a lot of heat. That's what they expend out. So, I don't know. So January is Din again. And also, I'm trying to remember here, Calibo and Cebu, I think 3 fiestas in 1 month, something like that. We got to try to do them all. October is going to be a Bacolod, which is a mascara festival. I always say it wrong. Bacolod, something like that. $1,200 a month is also a middle income average living. Yeah, actually, you know what the funny thing is this is part of the video that you guys are going to get eventually that we didn't have any audio. I don't know if you know. So if you graduate from university here, your starting expected wage is around 40 to 80,000 pesos per month. Starting. Nurses are 36,000, but the government here, and that's starting right out of college. The government here is now doubling it to 63, 65. I'll find that number. But anyway, by a law, they're just going to make it a minimum to keep more nurses in the Philippines. So that's starting wage of $1,200. That will be their starting wage. And so anyway, and just to not to give too much away here on the whole video is after about 3-4 years, the ones that are leaving, that come out of university, are reporting that their incomes are now around 240 to 280,000 pesos per month. So we're talking 6,000-7,000 after a few years. So when people say, "Wait a minute, nobody can afford that," or no Filipino can afford to go those places, they're only thinking of the minimum wage workers, the unskilled, non-university, that kind of thing workers, and of course they're not going to be able to afford it. But there is a large upper middle class that is growing here. That's upper middle here, to keep in mind, makes $5,000-6,000 a month. That is huge, right? It's 4 times our budget. And so it does happen, and then their whole family benefits, obviously, from that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, stay tuned on that. Because don't take it from my word of mouth. Take it from the Filipinos that are graduating and ones that recently graduated, in the headhunters and all those kind of people that are trying to hire away from all the universities and what they are offering and paying. Yeah, $2,500. As a Westerner, and you're like, I'm coming there to retire. I want to live the good life. When you're saying those kind of things, you probably should be doing like Paul is saying here. You're not saying I need to go somewhere and live as cheap as possible, so and be as frugal as possible. If you're just going to come here and you want to enjoy yourself, you want to drink beers every day and go down to the beach and hang out and do all of course it's going to come with a price, right? So, Synologue, thank you very much. Ati Adihan, Synologue, Mascara, Danny Yan. Yeah, we have all these things to do, so it's going to be great. Well, the water's supposed to pour outside, though. But the point is it condenses, right? And it takes the water out of the air, right? And that's why I say it dehumidifies, because it takes water out of the air, but it's not supposed to pour into your house. If it's tilted properly, it's supposed to be pouring out of your house, not in. That's what I meant by that. But I think it takes the water out of the outside air, not the inside air, and then sends in air that does not have water, essentially, into your house. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff, but I do believe that that's why water pours out of your air conditioner constantly. It's because of it's removed the water from the air. And I heard it's actually very inefficient, and we have technology has never kept up. That we've been doing air conditioning the same way for like 60 years, and no one's tried to reinvent that, and it's actually very inefficient. And there should be a new invention someday, somebody, to make it a very much more efficient process to do air conditioning. Anyway, something I saw. My family is living there 50, 70K a month. Exactly. So for us, what if we're at 1,200 US, so that's about like that, 70K a month. That's basically what our budget is. There are people in the Philippines that could buy and sell each of, yes, 100%, 100%. Come on, like, what do you think? Not so much Mega World, because that's a public company, and so is SM is a public company. But Ayala Corporation, what's the one that's up by Savannah and all that stuff? The families that own these things are ridiculously wealthy, So, yeah, 2,500 is 2K. That's right. So that 2K is so in Canada, we get 4,000 or 40,000 pesos per 1,000 Canadian dollars, right? So that's 80,000 pesos in Canadian dollars. So you're another half. So you're 100,000 pesos. 100,000 pesos per month is a Canadian 2,500. If you are paying rent of 45,000 or 35 and 40, like I was saying in the beginning of the show, which a lot of these furnished places in Mega World or whatever, a 2-bedroom is 45,000 in furnished. So if you're paying 45, well, 45% of your budget is gone, right? And if you're going to have a car or anything, you could have car payments, whatever, gas. You're going to have some electricity, but not very much, on a condo, that kind of thing. But then you dining out. Some of these restaurants, to dine out, you can spend 10,000 pesos on a single meal. So it depends. I know it sounds crazy, but like for two people, I mean, right? But yeah, there are steaks here that are 2,700, 2,800 pesos per steak. Then you're going to have your appetizer, you're going to have your drinks and that kind of thing. You're going to spend 10,000 pesos. Pretty close, maybe 8,000, 9,000. So certainly can blow that budget no matter what you guys do. But yes, of course. We go there all the time. We were at the Mango Festival. We were at the Dragon Fruit Festival. We've been to a lot of resorts there and stuff like that. Check out our videos. We have a playlist for the island, so get in us. And yeah, we go there all the time. Absolutely love it. There we go. Not true. Air conditioners have two separate air circulations. One inside only, which dehumidifies the air, and the other loop, which it dissipates heat. Okay, thank you very much. I knew I wasn't an expert on this kind of thing, but knew a little bit, not enough. Hello, Proud Alongo. Been watching Mike and Bianca from Vegas. Well, hello, Celine. Thank you very much. All right. I do have to end this because we are meeting with a subscriber for lunch in Haro today. So we'll have to see how that goes. There you go. what are the prerequisites as a Canadian to work a temporary gig? Or so I recently did one that was talking about the new digital nomad stuff, which the new digital nomad visa any day now is supposed to be available, and that'll give you 12 months as long as you're paid by another country, any company in any other country, but the Philippines, you can work that and this digital nomad visa that they're coming out with. For 12 months, your visa lasts, and you can renew it for another 12 months. Then you just have to leave and come back and do it again. No big deal. So that's a fantastic one. You don't pay any taxes or anything because you're paying in your own country, wherever you're from. And so that's the brand new one. I think all YouTubers are going to sign up for that one or whatever. It's just a lot easier than the tourist visa, and it will take away any worry or anything because YouTube doesn't pay into the Philippines, so they're paying you in Canada, America, wherever you're from until you have a tax ID in this country. You could switch it. And so that's a good option. The second one would be you can get a 13A or something like that, but that's not temporary. So no, you like temporary gig, no. You can get hired by a multinational corporation here, and then they will do the paperwork and everything to get you to say only a Canadian or only a British, or say they want one person from England to work in their company so that they can oversee other Filipinos so that they understand, because they're maybe doing calls into Britain. And so they have somebody who knows the local everything, So they get somebody on there that says, I want to speak to somebody from here, that kind of thing. And they're like, well, 1 minute, They might employ somebody like that, whatever. But it has to be, under the rules, a job that a Filipino cannot fill. So it is possible, just very unlikely, or less likely. Any plans to collab? Yeah, we've tried so many times writing him. He never responds. So long before we even came to the Philippines, we've tried, but he lives pretty far away. So we're going to try again if we head out that way. So definitely, we don't give up on that. Kevin, avid subscriber, retiring in the Philippines mid 2024. All right, fantastic. Maybe you'll be down this way. Hello from Guam. Hello, Frankie. No. Facebook. That's it. Sometimes we don't find. We were just driving recently through. There was some fiesta going on downtown here. I'm on Facebook. I'm on all over these places. No one told. I had no clue. No clue. And you can ask as many tourism people that, hey, let me know if something's going on or what. It just won't happen. They just have too many things to do. So, no, unfortunately, a lot of times we find out after the fact and it's too late. So, yeah. I did make, we have a video on the digital nomad visa a month ago. The thing is, it's all we have is the day that they're going to do the celebration on Siargao. It says they're going to do like whatever you want to call it. So they hope to have the bill passed by then. I asked the congresswoman to get back to me. She never did here, that we knew, to find out, okay, what's the status? Like, how much longer? Is it already a law? Maybe it's already law. Because they're already doing the party date where the government's going to be there and all the tourism people and everything to celebrate. They've set that date in October. So usually the bill should be passed by now to do that, to make that plan. I don't know what's going on. So I was trying to get the answer. I just know the details of it and what's going to happen and everything. And I did make a video on that. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, guys, I do have to end this though. I'm really, really sorry, because we are meeting with a subscriber here in Haro. Thank you for joining. We got lots going on. We're going to be, Bianca went back upstairs, but she was here for a little while. So we have plans every single day going for the next few days here. So videos will go crazy again, I promise. Thank you very much. By the way, if you're subscribed, make sure you ring the bell. It's the difference of you finding out that we didn't upload. We've talked to so many people. I haven't seen you guys in months, and I'm like, what? We've been uploading so many times, and it just never happened. So yeah, it is what it is. So I want to thank you very much. Make sure you ring that bell. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Maybe you'll come and visit us here in Iloilo, and we'll see you guys again very soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Good night. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame. Yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught